this eternal drama of our salvation playing out from the beginning of creation.
Our faith itself is inherently dramatic.
It's so dramatic.
And yet this is how our God loves.
He loves dramatic.
What it do? Welcome back
What's up?
to Dramatic Catholics. We got Esme up in here.
Welcome. Welcome, Esme.
It's Esme, not Esme.
Esme. Renesme. That's what I think of every time somebody says Esme.
I felt so cool when I watched the movie and I heard my name there for the first time.
Twilight?
Yeah, I like Twilight.
Me too.
It's that time, Hoa Hoa season.
What?
You never heard that?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Anyways,
It's just us two.
it is.
Yeah.
We're back. Let's pray.
Okay.
Okay. In the Father,
Father, Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Lord Father, thank you for this time together that Delila and I are spending to just talk more about her trip to Rome and everything that she experienced over there. We just pray that you are in our conversation, that you guide it and allow the joys to overflow to the people hearing. And for those who desire to go, Lord, will you make it happen for them? Amen.
Amen.
Father,
Son, the Holy Spirit.
That was more for me towards the end.
Was-
I want to go. I had so
I
much
wanted to go.
FOMO.
I felt like you were a really big hype man. It was really funny, watching you,
Yeah.
all my stuff.
reposted it.
Yeah, reposted.
I was like, oh my gosh, my girl's over there.
It was so fun. I felt like, it was weird because I didn't realize it. I never really went on a pilgrimage, but I guess that's what it was. You know,
Yeah.
it was more than a trip. It's not like,
We'll get into that.
yeah, but it was more than just a vacation because there was a reason why I went. You know what I mean?
Like, you just didn't go for
and other
fun?
people just kind of were texting me, hey, pray for me, pray for me for this and that and that. And I was like, oh dang, not to say I didn't ask at first. I didn't really think about it. I just thought of I was honestly just thinking about myself. That sounds selfish, but you know what? I just wasn't thinking about that.
Hey,
But
you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes.
yeah, but when I got there, I was no, it was really nice carrying everybody in my heart, you know?
Yeah.
I felt like
I felt like your prayers for me I was feeling it.
Yeah.
Because I asked you. I was like, shoot.
Yeah, I felt like people had
Yeah.
said that too, which I was like,
You're in the Holy Land.
yeah, it was really cool.
Right?
though.
No. That's,
I mean, basically.
well, kind of.
Kind of.
Sorry.
The motherland,
There we
I
go.
would say. I was in the motherland.
For Catholics.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, before we get too deep into it, if you don't know, we're talking about Delila went to Rome a couple weeks ago for the canonization
Mm-hmm.
of now Saint Pier Giorgio Frassati.
Pier Giorgio Frassati.
There we go. And then Saint Carlo Acutis,
Mm-hmm.
which they were blessed when she went. So obviously I know, but tell the listeners how this came to happen. Because you did not have this planned
I did not.
weeks before.
Yeah, I gotta stop doing that though.
Hey, but
Honestly, because that's what happened last year. I wasn't planning to go to Spain last year, and then, you know what
Chris
I mean?
and I convinced you.
Yeah, you're like, just go. I was like, you know what? Yeah, and then I bought a ticket 2 days later, and I left a week later. And then this time I had more time to prep, but our friend Fernando, who has been on the podcast before, he was on the podcast called The Saints Are Besties, because he's the saint guy. He knows everything there is to know about saints. And so he had called me, and he was like, hey, Delila, I was like, hey, what's up? He was like, I just wanted to let you, we were talking, catching up, because he doesn't live here anymore. He lives in Chicago. And he was like, hey, I just wanted to tell you, I'm going to Rome. I was like, oh, cool, sick.
Sick invite.
Sick invite, rub it in my face. But he's, so humble. He's like, I didn't mean it like that. He's like, I was just going to ask how I could pray for you while I'm out there. I was like, and then I felt like a jerk. I was like, why don't you just take me with you? And he was like, actually, do you want to go? I was like, yeah, I'd totally be down to go. He's like, you don't even want to think about it? I was like, no, I'll give me 2 days to sort some stuff out, and then I'll let you know. I was like, but I'm telling you right now, I'm 90% sure that I'm down to go. And he's like, okay. He's like, it's going to be me. And there was going to be a couple other girls that were going to go. One had dropped out or whatever, but it was myself, Fernando, and this girl. Her name is Crystal.
Shout out.
But she goes by Cristal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's what happened. It was crazy.
So when you finally booked your ticket, how many weeks was it out to the actual trip?
I think it was like 3 weeks. Maybe a month, but it was probably more.
I feel like it happened so quick.
Yeah. Yeah, then I was out there for like a week. Came back. Was there a week and a day. So I came back Monday.
Yeah. Well, you get to Rome.
Yeah, we get to Rome.
Tell us how that looked like. What was your experience first day? And then we'll get into the actual canonization.
Yeah, the nitty-gritty stuff.
Yeah. But like tell us like your trip over there.
Yeah, we landed in Rome, and it was a little chaotic though because it was Sunday. Or so I actually left on a Saturday. So it took me like a day to get there.
You left the day after my birthday.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So sad.
I know, so sad.
She didn't come to my birthday party.
I didn't because I was packing.
I told her, I was like, no, you're good. I was like, you're so good. You stay home and rest and get your life together before you leave.
I was stressing. I was really trying to go. But
because you were also prepping for RE. Because when you came back, we started that Saturday.
Yeah, it was crazy. I had to get all my ducks in a row. So I was stressing the first week. So I just was excited to be on the plane and just eat and watch movies and not worry about anything.
How long was this flight?
I flew to DC, Washington, DC, which was like maybe like 4 or 5 hours. And then it was another like 9 hours from there to Rome.
Oh, I didn't tell you this. I was actually with your sister at a concert.
Oh, yeah.
When you landed and you texted her. You texted your family group chat.
Mm-hmm.
Just landed. And she told me, she's like, oh, Delila just landed. But it was Saturday night.
Yes.
It was already Sunday morning over there. I was like, that's so weird.
Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I do remember that. Okay, yeah, that made sense.
Yeah.
Because I had seen she posted, or you posted, something like that.
Yeah.
I saw you guys were at a concert.
Yeah.
And so Sunday was like kind of crazy. I met up with Fernando, perfect timing, in the airport. Well, I got in there earlier than he did. I got ready in the bathroom, like freshened up.
Hey.
There was other ladies in there too. It was nice. It was like a whole little, she was there.
Did they have wine in there?
In the plane they did.
Not in the bathroom?
No, not in the bathroom.
I just feel like Rome has wine everywhere. I don't know.
No.
They give them wine.
They have like water everywhere. Like water
Even in the
fountains.
bathroom?
Like they have water fountains
okay,
everywhere.
maybe not in the bathroom.
No.
Unhygienic.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, but I mean, I would have been down.
So you're getting ready.
As I was getting ready. And then he got there, and then we were trying to go to mass, but we had our suitcases.
That's true.
Yeah, we had to go to mass, and there was like no, you think you're in Rome.
Mass times didn't work over there?
No, like, yeah, it was just like really confusing, like, because and then that's what I was just trying to figure out. I'd never been to Rome before, obviously.
Yeah.
So we were trying to go to St. Mary Major, but since it's a major like basilica, they make you go through like security before you go in, and they don't allow suitcases.
You're not doing that again.
And that's all we had was suitcases. So we're like, oh my gosh. So we had to like come back out. He literally like let me go in. Fernando's like, I'll just stand here with our luggage. So he stood there with our luggage while I went in really quick. And then I came back out. He's like, why didn't you spend more time in there? I was like, dude, it's hot. And then it's hot outside. The weather's like not nice. And he's sitting out there with the luggage, like, outside the basilica.
While mass is going on?
No, he just like was like, go look, it's beautiful.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, Fernando, no, we just got to figure out when to go to mass. Cause like I didn't want to start off the trip like that, bro.
For sure.
And then I was going to have to go to confession. I was like, no. I had already went to confession. In preparation for the trip, I went to confession. And then, so his friend ended up going. Luckily, she went to mass, and she offered to watch our stuff while we went in. So we went into mass, and Crystal.
Oh, she already went? Oh,
yeah, she already,
cool.
yeah, bless Cristal. So yeah, we went to mass, and that was really cool because at St. Mary Major, there's a couple things there. It's the first holy door I got to go through. So if you don't know, there's 4 holy doors that you can walk through, and you can receive what's called an indulgence. And so a lot of people will think an indulgence is like a replacement for going to confession, and it's not. So there's like certain things that you have to do in order to receive an indulgence. So
don't we do that during Lent?
There's different ways you can get an indulgence.
That Good Friday. You go to 7 churches?
Yeah, 7 churches.
And you spend time in the chapel, but you pray something.
Mm-hmm.
And then once you're done with the 7 church, that's like your indulgence.
Yeah, you received your indulgence. Yeah. So there's a couple things that you have to do. So, and it depends. I don't know all the different ways that you can get an indulgence, but going through the holy doors, which are only open during the Jubilee year. So we're in a Jubilee year right now, and it's the Jubilee year of hope. We'll go into like what that really means later on, but that was the first holy door I got to go through. But what an indulgence is, it's you do have to go to confession before you know, that's part of the process there. Receiving communion is another one. You have to pray for the intentions of the Pope. And what an indulgence is like a sacramental. So it's a gift from the church, basically. In that, yeah, when we go to confession, we're forgiven of our mortal sin. But it doesn't mean that it relieves us from like temporal punishment or like earthly punishment. Like, for example, like if I get in a fight with somebody like really bad, you know what I mean? Like just because like I say sorry, just because I went to confession, it doesn't mean that there's not like residual effects from my sin still. Like my sin still has an effect on the world and on other people, even though like I'm forgiven by God. And so those are the things that we can go to purgatory for. So an indulgence, when you receive one of those, it's a gift from the church, and it could be time off of purgatory. So during this pilgrimage, which I came to realize like that really is a term that yeah, that's what that was. Like me going to Rome for these canonizations, like it was more than just a trip. Like I was in prayer the whole entire time. So like getting to go through that first holy door with St. Mary Major. And in that basilica, that's where Pope Francis is buried as well. So I don't know if you've seen pictures of that.
Well, not to like kind of get off topic, but maybe just for more clarity for those who might be new. Are we encouraged to get like yearly indulgences? Yeah. Or like, what does that look like?
I mean, I think it's like in any way, like if you're for myself, like I wasn't super familiar with them. Like I think it's just another way that you can grow in devotion to something. Does that make sense? So like if you are a fan of praying the rosary, you know, you pray the rosary. Yeah. Novenas, asking saints to pray for you. Sure, like I would encourage people, like if there's that was on my mind because like this is a really special way to get an indulgence. Yeah. So that's why I sought out to make sure like I received one. Yeah. And then for Lent, like like you said, like that's a good way to.
So it's not like a requirement that the church asks for.
No, you don't.
More of like encouraged.
Yeah.
To kind of seek indulgences.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
Exactly.
Okay. So you went to mass. You walked through a holy door.
Walked through a holy door. And saw Pope Francis all within the like seconds of getting to Rome, which was
crazy.
It was like boom.
You saw his tomb.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is on Sunday.
Yeah, this is on Sunday. And then after mass, then it was kind of like we kind of had to hustle things up.
Did you eat? Eat pizza for the first day?
We had to eat McDonald's. That's the first thing I ate in Rome.
McDonald's. Crazy.
Because is
their food better?
It's really good and it doesn't hurt your tummy.
It's not processed.
It doesn't hurt your tummy at all, which is great. But
that's so funny.
Yeah, that was because we had to run back to the train station with Cristal, and we were heading to Assisi. So we weren't staying in Rome. It was kind of like, here's a little sneak peek.
This is kind of like where we landed.
Yeah, we had to go to the train station right away. We couldn't stay in Rome. So you guys were just in
Rome for like.
Yeah, we just went to all meet up with each other because none of us live in the same state. So Cristal is from South Carolina. She just moved there. And then Fernando's from Chicago. And then obviously I'm from here. So we all had to meet up. Somewhere. And then the rest of the time was traveling to Assisi. So that's what all of Sunday really was just getting there. So we took like buses, we took trains. Fernando was stressing because like, you know, he didn't, obviously, like, you don't know where everything is, and he just wanted to make sure. We had a really small window from transferring to one train to the next train, and literally we got on just in time, so it was like, the worst. He was stressed, but I felt...
He took care of all that?
He did.
What a man.
What a guy. Yeah. What a guy. Get you a Fernando. But he took care of everything, so me and Cristal were chilling, and we had just met, too, so we didn't know each other, but she was so we... That's
Are you guys the same age?
No, she's older.
Oh, okay.
I won't out her age.
No, yeah.
But she's like an actual adult.
Shout out, Crystal.
So I was the youngest one. So you
They're
know.
taking care of you.
They honestly they did, and they had both been to Rome before,
Okay, that's good.
which I didn't know. Yeah,
Experienced people going.
yeah,
Okay, so you stayed the night at Assisi.
yeah. We
How
did
long-
have pizza that night. We did have pizza. We had wine. That was great. So yeah, that's what happened.
Do
that-
people
that
eat
night.
their pizza with their hands over there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I read somewhere they eat it with a fork.
Oh
and a
really?
knife.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
I did sometimes if it was too hot and I had to blow on it because
Oh.
it's just fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw you do that the other day. I was like, what the heck? What's she doing?
It was too hot.
Okay, so you're there.
Yeah.
How long are you in CC for?
We were there only for like a couple days. Like we were in a CC
Oh, so you like spent like most of your trip?
in Rome.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I think we left on Tuesday for a
Okay,
CC.
So you were there for like 3 days technically.
yeah.
Okay.
So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we stayed in a nice little hotel. I had my own hotel room, which was nice. For the night. The next day, and Fernando warned me. He's like, I'm gonna warn you. Like Assisi is really hilly, and I was like, it's fine, Fernando. Like it'll be okay. Like I'll live. But literally, we were taking a bus tour, so it's like a hop on, hop off. But you have to get to the main intersection first to get there. And it was a 13-minute walk, which is like, okay, that seems fine. But think of like number 5 on the treadmill, like incline, 13-minute walk.
Oh, wow.
So I'm over here sweating, and I couldn't breathe.
Shoot.
And we had to like make it for a certain time. Like we had to get there on time for this bus tour. So we're going and going. Fernando kept like asking me if I was okay. I was like, Fernando, stop asking me if I'm okay. I'm not okay.
You see that I'm not okay.
I was gonna turn around and just be like, go without me.
Oh.
I made it though, but that was tough. That was a tough start to a CC. But the rest of the time was really was pretty cool. So
Okay.
it just takes you around different stops. It was a good move because it would have been too much to just walk. And that's what a CC is. You're either going straight up or you're going straight down. There's very little spots where it's just flat.
Now you know if you plan to go, be prepared.
Be prepped. Be prepped.
Train yourself.
Train yourself on the treadmill because that wasn't it for me. One of the guys was like the Uber drivers because we were like, there's no way. On the last day we had very little time left because we had to head back, and he had driven us for like 5 minutes. Like we called an Uber for like a 5-minute ride, and he was like, it's down the street. We're like, yeah, but it would have taken us 20 minutes to like walk there because of all the streets and all that. So he was judging us, but it was so worth it. But yeah, in Assisi, it was just so beautiful. Like despite that, yeah, there was like God was already working the whole time. Like the Lord was present.
What were some like places? Did you guys go to see any places? Anything like extravagant? Did you see anything like
Yeah, so
churches?
Assisi was insane. So that's what we were doing during the tour, and within those 2 days is we got to see the major saints that are there, and they all stem from, and you can see it was also cool for me to see, because like one, I go to Franciscan, right, and obviously like Franciscan spirituality is like a really big thing, like. And St. Francis is a patron, for the Franciscans. He started the Franciscans. So the Franciscan order. So getting to see, we got to see his tomb.
Wow.
And then his friend, right? St. Clare of Assisi as well. We got to see her tomb. And
That's really cool.
Yeah, so it was really cool actually seeing, and then Fernando knows everything there is to know about saints, and just to see the influence they had on each other. And I really was thinking a lot about like our friendships, that we have with each other, and like these saints, these big saints, like come in twos,
Yeah.
I saw like an image of Saint Benedict and Saint Scholastica, and if you don't know, like they were twins, and they were both like, obviously Saint Benedict founded the Benedictine order, and Saint Scholastica like also joined an order. So like, seeing like their holiness, and then you see images of Saint Clare and Saint Francis everywhere, and so she was a lot younger than he was as well. And her family was very frustrated because, and as the story is for a lot of those saints, like in that time period, they didn't want them to go off and like join a religious order, because like they counted on that. What Fernando was telling me, like they counted on like that money, like that dowry, when somebody like goes and like wants to marry them. So they're out that money.
Yeah.
And so St. Clair was like, you know, peace out. Like, I'm going to go. I'm
She
going to
said,
go
I
join.
know what I want.
Yeah, I'm
She
going to
said,
go.
"Forget your money."
I'm going to go join this madman, which it looks like, because
Yeah.
St. Francis is very radical.
Yeah.
You know, he was kind of insane, like, for his time. It very much like a John the Baptist kind of feel. Like, to see this young lady leave, you know, this life to go follow him and her family. And later on, Saint Clair, also her sister, ends up becoming a saint as well. So
Who's your sister?
I want to say it's like, oh, it is. Yeah, Agnes. Yeah, her sister Agnes. So she's also a saint. So I was seeing these things. I was like, wow, like these saints influenced each other so heavily, and they got each other to heaven, which is so powerful, like to actually see the reality of that, and that we have the power to do that with each other and our friendships is to bring each other.
Our tomb's gonna be next to each other.
So
we're
cute.
saints.
Oh, imagine. They said of Avondale, Saint Delila, and Saint
Avondale.
Goodyear, Avondale, to make it sound
Yeah.
classier. And so that was really cool to see. So we got to do that. And then I was touching all my stuff to, like, you know, because, like, if you listen to our relics episode, like, you know, those are, like, the saints' bodies. So, like, you know, I was wearing my, I wear a purity ring. I haven't worn it for a long time.
Oh, you're wearing it today.
Yeah, but I've been wearing it because my friend called me out on it. We love Holy Friends. She was like, you know, I noticed. She hasn't seen me in a long time. And she's like, you never wear it anymore. I was like, I know. My friend Aveen.
Oh, okay.
I hadn't seen her in a long time. She's like, where's your ring? And I was like, girl, I stopped wearing it. And she's like, oh, I really loved that. I loved when you would wear it because I loved the symbolism behind it. So I brought it to Rome.
And you've been touching it.
And I was touching it. I was touching it to all the saints' bodies. So we saw St. Clair of Assisi, St. Francis of Assisi. And obviously those churches were beautiful. St. Clair's tomb was really cool because I also attend Mass at St. Clair of Assisi here sometimes. And, you know, the dome, if you've ever been there, the dome with the way the church is shaped, as well as, like, when you go inside, you see the blue ceilings with the stars. And her tomb is like her chapel where her tomb is like, you can tell it's reflected after St. Clair of Assisi church here. So I was like, oh, that was really beautiful to see. I saw, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. And then you just, like, kind of stumble into places and not realize, like, the crazy stuff that's there, like the original things that you've always seen. So in my office, there's this San Damiano cross, and which is also a lot of Franciscans will have the San Damiano cross. And the story goes is that Saint Francis, before he was a religious, he goes into this church and he's just, like, going through it, you know, as most of us do. He goes into this church, and I'm simplifying it. At the cross. Yeah, I'm looking at the cross too. So he goes in, and he's, like, praying, and God, like, speaks to him and is like, I want you to rebuild my church. And so the church that he was in was really busted, run down. He's like, I could do that. Like, my family, he comes from money. He's like, you know, I got daddy's money. Like, let's rebuild this church. So his dad ends up getting really frustrated at that. And he's like, bro, you're, like, blowing my money on this church. Like, what are you doing? Disinherits him. Anyway, like, that's, like, a whole thing. What? Yeah. And then they got the bishop involved, and, like, he's like, bro, like, he's spending all my money, and he ends up disinheriting St. Francis. But St. Francis, in his prayer later on, he comes and finds out, and he's like, hey, like, that's not what the Lord meant. I didn't mean to physically rebuild this church. He meant like rebuild my church, like the church, like the one true church. So that calling was answered by him starting up the Franciscan order. Oh. So that original cross was in one of the churches. It was inside the church that St. Clair's body was in.
That he painted?
That original cross that spoke to him, that Jesus spoke to him through.
So who
was there? The San Damiano cross, like the actual one.
Who brought the vision to life?
Yeah.
Was it St. Francis? Like,
that's the no, it was just there. Like, imagine, like, I just go to a church and, like, I had this encounter, like this crucifix that's in here, and you'll see it.
Well, I'm thinking, like, okay, for example, like Juan Diego. You know, like the Tuma, the Tuma. You know?
Yeah, it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like that. No, it wasn't like.
So, like, his vision, who brought that to life? Like, for it to be
like
painting.
Francis. Oh, I don't know. I don't know the history of, like, the painting or whatever.
That's
the cross was. Yeah. The cross was just, like, there.
Wow.
Like, this is the cross that was in that chapel.
Wow.
And that spoke to Pope Francis or Pope Francis, Saint Francis. But, you know,
that makes sense.
Yeah. So
okay. I thought it was like another Delima incident. I was like,
oh, no.
What?
No. Yeah, just like that encounter that St. Francis himself had in front of this
That's
cross.
cool. And you got to see that?
And I got to see it.
Wow.
So that was powerful. I was praying for Erin, especially our friend Erin, because she goes to Franciscan. And, you know, I also know, like, you know, the intentions of her heart. So I'm, like, praying for for her specifically in front of the San Damiano cross, because she loves that cross, too.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, that was crazy. And it just kept getting better from there, honestly. But you couldn't really top the next thing which we saw. So we went to go look for St. Carlo Acutis' body.
Oh, yeah.
And we just assumed, because I would assume you'd bring the body to the canonization, right?
That makes sense.
You would think so.
Yeah.
And so Fernando said that they also just brought St. Pier Giorgio's body for the Jubilee of Youth that they were having. And Fernando was like, well, we can go look and see what happens. And he was already...
And that's at Assisi?
In Assisi. Yeah, because, like, St. Carlo, he wasn't from Assisi. I want to say he was born in London, grew up in Milan. And Assisi is where his family would, like, summer. Like, they would go there for the summer.
Weren't they rich?
Yeah, they have money if they go there just summer, you know?
Yeah. I think he came from good money.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but he wanted his body to be there because he spent a lot of time there. And it also makes sense that, like, you know, and the Assisi will claim him because, you know, there's also these great saints that have come up in Assisi. So you can imagine just like walking the streets there and Carlo just like thinking of St. Francis of Assisi, St. Clare of Assisi, and having them be a model to him as well. So we go into this church, and Fernando's kind of like pessimistic about it, which is like fair because I'm like, so I was counting on him not being there.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, this is where, when we got there, he's like, yeah, this is where Carlo's body would be. That's what he said right off the bat. So I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll walk in. And then I like turn to the side and I see his face. And I'm like, there's no freaking way. So then I punched Fernando. I was like, Fernando. I was like, he's here. And he's like, no, I think that's just his clothes. I was like, ain't no way. I saw his face, bro. And then I turned around and I looked closer. I was like, he's here. And then I instantly cried.
Oh. Like, walk us through that moment, okay? Because it's like, yes, like you just saw him, but like the emotions that ran over you, because you know you are in the presence of a soon-to-be saint, and his body's still there. So like, walk us through what you felt, just seeing his body that is incorruptible.
And I'll post some pictures if you haven't seen it.
A mystery to the church. We don't know why these saints' bodies don't decompose. Like, he's still like, walk us through that. Because I like see the joy on your face. But like, we don't have video, but like, you know,
for sure. Yeah, it was really overwhelming and it was beautiful because I'm like, I'm walking in and you'd think that there's like thousands of people in this. It's like, imagine just going into a tiny little church, smaller than our church. If you've been in ours, it's smaller than that. It's not big. And there's people lined up to see him. But not a whole lot. Like, we get in line and pretty quickly we can go up right in front of him. There's even a little bench you could sit and pray right in front of him. I waited for some people to get up. I sat on the bench and I'm looking at him and I'm literally like ugly crying and I'm sweating, right? It was a whole lot. It was like really overwhelming because it's just none of those churches have AC. So I'm crying, I'm sweating, and I'm just like so overwhelmed, like looking at his face. I've never obviously been that close to like a miracle. Like that's what I kept like pondering. Like, this is like I mean, outside the Eucharist, obviously, you know, but like a tangible sign. And like, obviously I think that's why God allows it to happen. Like, when I showed it to a family member and they're like, there's no way. I'm like, that's literally him. I was right there. I was in front of him. And I can go and I kneel right to the window. And you can like see, you can get really close to his face and it's really intimate. Like, to be able to look and pray. So like, I pulled out my little like list of prayers of people and just like asking like for like a miracle to happen, you know, like within like my family and just like all these things, you know, like just these intentions I've had in my heart for a really long time. And it just was really emotional. Like, I can't even put to words of what that moment like meant for me, because I just like sat there and I just like really
Yeah, like you're trying to embrace all of it, but yeah, you're also trying to like make sure you get your prayers included.
Yeah.
And
because I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna come back here, and I didn't want to
Yeah.
leave.
Mm.
And so I was just sitting there praying, and intercessory prayer really became a really, it really changed the way like I asked saints to pray for me, because it was different. Like when we asked them, like, yes, I've asked multiple saints to pray for me,
Yeah.
you know, but like actually getting to sit in front of them like made it so real. Like I had actual legit, like I wasn't just like praying, but like having an actual conversation with them, because this is like my brother in Christ.
Yeah.
Like he would have been 31.
Yeah.
Like I'm 26. Like you see his like, and I also was looking at his tomb, right? And you see like the year he was born. He died in 2006. I was 7 years old. He was still walking this earth when I was over here like doing whatever a 7-year-old does, like playing outside and like doing all. And then he did all those things. So if you don't know who St. Carlo Acutis is, he was just a typical, like when I would explain him to people, like why I was going, I'm like, this is a big deal. Yes, he sounds so ordinary. He really does.
Yeah.
He was just a little boy who loved the Lord at like 3 years old, wanting to go to mass. Like that's not ordinary.
Yeah.
Like you can make it, you can downplay it as much as you want, but that's a very powerful thing. Like what little 3-year-old
Yeah.
is begging to go to mass? His mom wasn't practicing. She hadn't gone to mass since he was born. And so he had people in his life, like his nanny would take him to mass. And he just grew in his faith. He was a normal kid. He was a millennial. He was the first millennial saint to be canonized. And I also like prayed for like our podcast, you know, like he's God's influencer. That's what they call him, because he was a programmer. He also played video games. Like, you know, he dressed up. You see pictures of him dressed up like Spider-Man. Like it's just so crazy.
Yeah,
He just makes being a saint so real and so tangible. Like that can happen for us.
Yeah.
And so the big thing that he has done was he was super into Eucharistic miracles, and he had a very big devotion to the Eucharist, and he cataloged all of them in this website that you can still go on to today. I'll try to link it. And it's by like region, like all these where these Eucharistic miracles have taken place. And if you don't know what those are, like sometimes God has allowed it to where I've seen stories of like priests who are doubting the presence of the Eucharist in the appearance of body of bread and wine. And so like either the host will bleed like blood.
Yes, I've seen that.
You know, have you seen those? And they've done like tests on them and stuff like that, and you can test like the blood type, and it would have been like all these things. And I know there's one that says like the type of blood that would have been was coming from the heart or like the artery, like, you know what I mean? And we talk about like Jesus's Sacred Heart. So he documented all of those, and that was a really, you know.
Yeah.
So maybe it doesn't seem like to certain people that he's done a lot, but he lived a holy, beautiful life. So yeah, all that being said about getting to see like now Saint Carlo Acutis and his body, yeah, I don't know. You just can't. I can't even put like words to what that was, like getting to sit in front of him, and just like of the reality of what that is that we can be saints too, you know. Like you can see that he was buried in his little Nike.
Yeah, you're literally sitting in front of a body of a future saint at that time.
Yeah.
Like I can't imagine what you were thinking and like trying to grasp that.
Yeah. And we couldn't. We went back the next day.
You said I gotta go back.
Like, we had to go. We honestly
Put
did.
the saints in Nike clothes.
Yeah. Like, yeah. We went back the next day, and it was even less crowded. So there was a moment there where we were just by ourselves.
So like, incorruptible saints. I feel like we gotta just touch base about that a little quick. What's up with that?
Yeah.
For any listeners are like, what do you mean you saw
By
his
incorrupt,
body?
yeah.
What do you mean you saw his head? What do you mean his body is not decomposed?
Or like literally, if you see him laid out, he died when he was 15 from leukemia. I also failed to mention that part. He died from leukemia.
Doesn't he have a whole thing about like dying, accepting his death?
Yeah, I think he has like there's a video of him like talking about like when I think it was like when he weighs this amount, that's when he knew he was gonna die. And so, yeah, when you're looking at his body, like and I'll post the picture too, because like, you know, you can see it for yourself, but like
the one with you in it.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a beautiful picture.
I'll post both. I think you can kind of like cover him, but yeah, like by incorrupt, I mean, he looks like perfectly intact. And like you had said earlier, you know, it's a mystery on why God allows those miracles to happen. But I think actually getting to sit in front of him, I can see why. Like that's a beautiful testament to, I don't know, like that we're both body and soul. And when Jesus comes again, like we're supposed to be reunited with our body. And I think seeing an incorrupt body like that is just like kind of like a foreshadowing of what's to come, you know.
It makes me think like God, because it's a mystery of the church, but I think like God was intentional for it to happen.
Yeah.
And Blessed Carlo Acutis is not the first saint to be incorruptible, but I think like it's a living sign for us, because we're all signs and symbols in the church, that this is tangible, like you said. But for him being a millennial saint, it's a reminder.
Yeah.
And that I feel like God gave us of just like, here you go. So you know this is real.
Yeah.
This is legit. Don't play with me.
Don't play with me.
There you go. Okay, we've been talking about St. Carlo Acutis.
I know.
Let's talk about our man. Not our man, but you know. But our guy, because he slept on.
Yeah, he was slept on.
Okay, Saint
Pier Giorgio Frassati. Yes.
Okay, it's so funny, because he's, you know.
Yeah, they call him Frassati the hottie.
Because he was a good-looking man.
He was a good looking man.
But that's how we, like, acknowledge, like, Frassati the hottie.
Yeah.
Tell us more, like, about him, because I know, like, you were not the first person to mention it. Like, people on social media were saying, like, it felt like it should have just been for St. Carlo Acutis.
Yeah.
But, of course, they got canonized the same day. But, like, what about him? Like, what did you see anything, like, about him?
So I didn't see a lot about him. Like, it wasn't just, like, in the media, like, being there. I have one holy card from I didn't see any, like, merch or, like, icons. That's what I was looking for, because I collect icons. And I found an icon of, like, Blessed Carlo. I couldn't find an icon of Pier Giorgio. And...
That's
you know,
crazy.
I didn't even know too much about him either. I feel like a lot of people who are, I feel like Carlo's, like, even though he's a millennial, like, all our generation was very excited.
He's relatable.
He's relatable.
Yeah, he would have been some of y'all's ages. Yeah.
And for Pier Giorgio, I feel like that's a lot of the actual millennials are a big fan of Pier Giorgio, because I think he died when he was, like, 24. Yeah. So there's a lot of people.
In the 80s, no?
No, it's like he's old. Hold on, let me look.
Wait, he was like in the 20s. Wait, no, 1920s.
1901 is when he was born.
Wait, when?
1901.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah, he old.
He died in the 1920 something then.
Yeah, probably in the 20s.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
There. Yeah. So like,
I don't know why I saw 1980 somewhere.
But yeah,
you know what he was known for?
Yeah, so he was a lay Dominican. So the
story's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what he practiced. He came from, again, another man from a wealthy family, and it's not that he hid his faith. How Fernando described it to me, the saint guy, you know. He described it to me as, because like when he died and he had his funeral, there was a bunch of people who were from the streets that he had served, like, you know, like people who were experiencing homelessness, like showed up to his funeral like by the thousands or something. Yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong. And so like his family's like, oh, what are you here for? And they're like, no, we're here for Pier Giorgio. And they're like how? Like they didn't understand. They didn't know that he was going out and like serving
the poor.
Serving the poor.
When those in need.
Yeah.
That was his whole mission.
Yeah. Yeah, solid dude. Also
his
died
family
young.
Was like, hello?
Yeah.
The thousands there? Like, wait.
And to be fair, that's what Fernando was saying, that they also were going through a lot at the time. Like, I believe around the same time that that he died, his grandma also died. So his family was already dealing with that. So he didn't even want to, like, speak up and be like, hey, I'm, like, not feeling too good. So,
aww.
Yeah.
It's also like the early 1900s, you know, like what could have they done?
Yeah, not much.
You know what I mean?
Not much. But
yeah, I was saddened by that, because I was just like, he's done a lot of, like, in his adulthood, like he did great things for just being my age. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like 23, you know, like, and I'm not doing that. I should. He inspires me to do that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I saw that he really wasn't being hyped up.
Yeah.
And even EWTN would acknowledge. Yeah, I just think like some people, like most of the people are here for Blessed Carlo
For
Acutis.
Blessed Carlo, yeah.
And I haven't seen much about Blessed Pier. Like, you know, I was like,
Yeah.
are you serious?
Which is crazy because a lot more people were waiting for his canonization longer than, you know, Carlos.
I know.
He's only been a blessed since like maybe the 2010s.
Do you know their actual feast days? One is July 4th. I just don't know who.
Oh, yeah. I feel like that one's Pier Giorgio's. And I think Carlo Acutis, I think his is going to be in October.
Okay.
Because I figured, I was like, oh, and because then I thought about that. Yeah, I think because I was like, dang, he doesn't even get to celebrate his feast day this year, but Carlo does. Tragic, bro.
Hey, humble man still.
Yeah,
I'm sure
you're
he's
right.
in heaven still be like, you know what, you deserve it, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Humble man.
Yeah. He's like, you're going to convert a lot of souls.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about canonization.
Mm-hmm.
The day comes, September 7th.
Oh my gosh.
The day comes, and I remember Saturday night, like, I'm going to stay up and watch this canonization because this is iconic. This is a once in a lifetime, I feel like.
Yeah, it is. It is a once in a lifetime.
Be able to witness this live.
Mm-hmm.
When am I going to see another canonization?
When are you going to see? Let's paint the picture for you. So when are you going to see the first American Pope in the Jubilee year of Hope, right? Because the Jubilee only happens every 25 years. Yep. And you're going to see the first millennial saint be canonized.
Never. This was my time.
That was history.
This was the last time.
Mm-hmm.
If I do ever live to see another canonization, I might be like in my late 90s.
Dang.
God willing. But like, no, it was a once in a lifetime thing. And the fact that you were there.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, I got excited even watching through the live. We got done because I was on an 8th grade retreat with Pescado. And I was like, hey, I'm going to stay up late. And we're like, yeah, we're going to talk about it. We were talking about it all day. Like, yeah, we're going to stay up late. You know, we're going to get food. We're going to watch this live. And when it came down to it, you know how it goes. Like,
I know.
I'm sleepy. And so I was like, you know what? No, like, I'm going to watch it. And I remember I was watching it and I fell asleep, bro.
No.
I was like,
and I FaceTimed Esme. So I FaceTimed I FaceTimed Esme because it was early enough in Rome, but it was late here.
Mm-hmm. It was like pushing 12 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah. Just to show her. I wanted to show her the Vatican.
It was so cool. I felt so honored that you thought about me. Because I know you could have been like, I got to call this person, but you called me.
Yeah.
And Panda was with me too. And I remember I was just like, she showed me where dude, you were sitting so close.
Bro, yeah. Yeah, let's walk through that.
Yeah, okay. Hold on. So anyways, I fell asleep and I ended up watching it the next day. But walk us through the whole thing. Like, I know you had to wake up at the crack of dawn.
Yeah, I woke up at 3:45 a.m.
What time did you get there? Yeah, just walk us through how that whole day, because you witnessed a very holy moment in the church.
Yeah. Yeah, I woke up and 3:45 just because I wanted to dress nice. Like, you're going to a canonization, you know what I mean? It wasn't, you know. So,
also, you never don't dress nice.
Thank you. And I was like, I'm gonna go see.
I haven't seen Delila except when we like go on retreats and we gotta go to bed in her like bum clothes. Yeah. But she's always dressed nice.
Thank you. So I had like my little outfit picked out for them for the day, and yeah, so it was so crazy. So we got there and we just had a feeling we weren't even gonna get a seat because there was 80,000 people.
Hello.
That's how many people showed up. 80,000 people was the end number. Bro. Yeah, but people were camping out the night before. So there was a girl that texted the girl that I was with, Crystal, and she was like, yeah, people are out here camping out already. And I was like, yeah, we're definitely not going to get a seat, so I don't know how that's going to work.
You doubted.
I did. I was like, but Lord, please, because he pulled through. Oh, Jesus was so present the whole entire time. Like, every time I asked for something, like, best believe he delivered. He knew I needed this. I needed this pilgrimage. And we got there at like 5 a.m. and we knew the entrances from going to, we were obviously like, we would go to the Vatican like almost daily. Mm-hmm. And so one of the entrances were like, oh, this is like kind of full. We're going to try to go to the other one. It was a whole mission to get to the other side because they blocked off so many of the roads because of the canonizations.
Mm-hmm. Are you guys walking?
And we're walking. Okay. Yeah, you can't like, yeah.
Wait, they blocked it off even though you're walking?
Yeah, they've even blocked off like certain areas that you can't go through. So it was a whole thing. And then I got lost because I was like, I'm going to so we decided that line was even longer. So we're like, we're going to go back to where we came from. I was like, I'm going to go ride a scooter. I'm going to get a scooter and I'm going to secure our spot. You know, I was like, I'll meet you guys there and I'm going to secure our spot in line. Well, I got lost. They got there before I did.
Oh, no.
And because, like, when you're riding a scooter, you can't, like, look at your directions while you're riding the scooter.
You were confident. You said, I know where I'm going.
I thought I did.
This girl.
I thought
and
I
she's
did.
by herself. You really had the confidence.
And Fernando's calling me. He was freaking out because I said I was lost. And I was like, Fernando, it's fine. There's not a lot of people around because it's so early in the morning. It's 5 a.m. So there's nobody around. I was like, it's okay. I see some priests. Like, I'm just going to follow the collar. You know,
there
follow
you
the
go. There you go.
It'll be fine. We're all going to the same place. Like,
Yeah,
you know.
they eventually will leave me there.
Yeah.
God will leave me.
He did. And then they sent me their location. I ended up finding them, but then I had to fight through a crowd of people who were not very happy that I cut them. But I was like, I swear my friends are up there. And I got to the front, and then we just sat there and we just waited. Mm-hmm. We waited for at least a couple hours. And
did you try going to sleep?
Not even. I was so the adrenaline, bro. After me getting lost, and like we finally sat down.
Did you guys like bring snacks?
No, I did not.
You didn't eat?
I did not eat.
Oh my gosh,
no.
I would have died.
Because I was scared because I knew we were there on Wednesday for the Wednesday audience. So I already kind of knew like what the play-by-play would be, and you don't want to have to go to the restroom. You don't want to do any of that because there's too many people. Like, just starve and like don't you know? I don't
need to go to the bathroom.
Don't need to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
We ain't got time for
that. So
you
got to wear diapers when you go. Is what I'm hearing. Because shoot.
So yeah, I thought about you too. I was like, Esme could not handle this. Like there was a point where I was like, no, because like you can't. Yeah, you're hungry. It's hot. Like you know.
Thank you for thinking of me.
It was just crazy. So
I'm not going to their summer. Is what I'm hearing.
No, don't go to Rome in the summer.
Nope.
And so the gates open. And so it's like they have to check your bags, all the things, like, so you got to go through security. Now there is no room. There's no room. You're shoulder to shoulder with people trying to shove. People are shoving, pushing, and you kind of have to, or else you're never gonna get in. Like
True.
People are just gonna keep pushing past you. But then you know you gotta. There's a lot of good Catholic people around. There's priests, nuns around though, and it's like, oh, we kind of gotta fend for ourselves here, guys. Like,
what'd you say? What did you say the other day? You said I was really fighting the thought of pushing the nuns.
Because they were like, right, there's a group of them in front of me. I was like, guys, you guys are being too charitable. Like, go. Like, you need to go. We all want to see Papa. We all want to see. Like, this is not the time to be charitable. Like,
you said I was really contemplating pushing
a nun. You got to do what you got to do. You know? I didn't, though.
That's so real, though.
I didn't, but I thought about it. And that's just the reality.
Your judgment day, God's like, hey, remember you weren't charitable? You pushed one of my sisters.
Good thing I didn't.
Yeah, you didn't.
Good thing I didn't.
Amen.
We got in. We did get in, and then we're running. We're running.
Oh,
you're running for a chair, and
everyone's running.
Yeah, I mean, people are running to try
crazy.
to get a seat. So I'm walk running because I can't run, you know.
Did the Fernando Crystal run?
I left Fernando behind because I was like, bro, like he was slow, and so
no, Fernando.
No,
Fernando's a charitable one.
So yeah,
he's like, you go in front, please.
Yes, I was
please.
like, I was gonna secure these spots for all three of us. Like me and Crystal both went, and we're like, and we had a plan already. We discussed it. So the
plan is crazy.
We did have a plan. I was like, no, we're gonna go and we're gonna find a spot. I was like, Fernando, like meet up, like we'll call you. And so we got a spot, but then we sat down. And we're like, we knew why they were open because there was a canopy blocking the whole thing. So I was like, no, I'm gonna move. And Fernando was like, no, these are good spots. I was like, Fernando, I flew all the way out here. I'm not gonna get a crummy spot at this canonization. So me and Crystal went and we looked and we found 2 great spots.
Awesome.
It was perfect. We're locked in. We're
and
pretty
you're in
close.
A small group. I can imagine traveling with a big group.
Oh yeah,
and trying to make that work.
Yeah, it's got to be tough. It's got to be tough. But yeah, that's what happened. And we did get a spot. And it was perfect. Like it was so good. I was telling Lauren, we have a guest here, by the way.
Yeah, she's
Lauren's
listening.
here. Shout out to Lauren. She's also a listener. We had dinner earlier. So she's hearing all this again because I just explained to her how this.
Shout out Lauren. Went. Lauren's just here chilling, looking at this Bible. This big old Bible. It's like, I wish we had videos.
I know. She's just here. But, yeah, I was telling Lauren, because she was like, okay, yeah, because I told her all the beautiful things. She's like, but what, like, bad happened? And I was like, well, the girl
Delilah almost scrapped.
almost scrapped. Oh, that too. Oh, my gosh. That was on Wednesday.
Dramatic came out.
Yeah, I had to fight
As
for
she
my
said,
spot to
you
see
gotta
the
fend for
Pope.
yourself,
You know,
yeah.
I wanted to see Papa.
It's a once in a lifetime. And you flew out there, as you said.
Yeah, and I love him. I've been so excited to see Pope Leo since he like came out
Yeah,
on the
dude.
balcony, bro. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, that's my Pope right
And
there.
you got to see him in person,
Yeah.
dude, and close.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We got close. But,
Okay.
but canonization day.
So you find your seat. It's
I
beautiful.
found my seat and it was beautiful. So we had mass.
Okay.
Had mass with the Pope.
Super long mass.
It was a long mass. It was hot, but man, just like highlighted moments were obviously like, yeah, you can't explain. Like, yes, we talk about how the Catholic Church is universal. That's what Catholic means.
Yeah.
But like, you really felt that. Like people say Rome, sweet home. Like, but that's true. Like, you feel at home. You know what the mass looks like, even though it's in a different language. Like, we had like a missal that broke everything down in English, like in what they were saying. And just like being able to participate in the mass with so many people from around the world is crazy. Like, you get emotional.
That's the beautiful part about our mass. Like, the Catholic mass is, no matter where you're at, the same readings, the same gospel, the same words are being proclaimed.
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
No. So yeah. That was just like, wow. That was beautiful.
I wish I could just like you be there, but I like live it through you.
Yeah.
You know, Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish that happened.
Yeah, we just switched bodies for like a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you see the moment and it happened pretty quick, like the actual moment of the canonization, like the part in liturgy where he's
But
like,
you caught it, no?
yeah, yeah,
You knew what was happening.
yeah. I had an idea because he
it
was
was in
like,
Latin.
everybody was like, kind of, you know, and but like the moment that they canonized both of them, and then they panned on you can see the TV that was there, the screen, and they panned to Carlo's mom.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Because Carlo's mom is there, and
his little brother did one of the readings.
His little brother did one of the readings.
Yeah.
Who he never met, by the way.
Yeah, he already died by that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, just seeing her face was so crazy.
The year he died.
No, he was born on the same day, I believe.
Oh, really?
Of his death, I want to say, but years later. And Carlo appeared to his mom in a dream and was like, "You're going to have a child."
Oh my gosh, I did not know that. That's so crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Wow.
So, you know, you can ask him to pray for you for infertility. That's what his mom was like kind of talking about.
Oh, I saw that. That's he might be the patron saint for that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was special. And then Crystal freaking had me crying the whole time, bro. Like, well, there's just moments in the mass where I just got so emotional. Like, you just can't, like, you can't help but, like, cry. It was like tasting heaven.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
You know, and we're sitting there just waiting. You see the banners of Pier and Carlo on, like, the Vatican, like, on St. Peter's. Yeah. And she was like, man, like, imagine, like, seeing one of your bro, imagine seeing one of your siblings, like, you know, just, like, up there. And I, like, I thought of my sister. I started crying. I was like, get away, Crystal, right now. I was like, why are you going to point that out? Like, ugh.
Wow. No, yeah, that's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Wow. I would have cried.
Yeah.
My friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my gosh. I will, like, you know, like, what?
And that's the whole, I just sat with that a lot. Because that was just what I've been pondering the whole trip. Just seeing, you know, holy people leading holy people. Like, saints making saints. And so, that was a powerful moment. Just the whole thing. Yeah, the music, too. Like, this part of the liturgy, just, like, it was very, like, out of this world kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, that was...
I love that.
That was canonization day. Yeah, you can't really top that. I was like, this has to be the most Catholic thing I probably will ever do in my whole entire life.
Literally, dude. No, you lived the peak of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was peaking.
You got to see the Pope.
Yeah. And then even before that, so, like, that's the
canonization.
Peak. But even before that, like, during my time in Rome, I had multiple of those moments where just being overtaken by the beauty of our faith. And one was, like, we got to go into the crypt in St. Peter's.
What is that?
When you go down, that's where they have. So it's called a necropolis. So it's like a city of. It's like a cemetery, but like a city, right?
Okay.
And so St. Peter's is built on top of it, but they only let 250 people a day go down into the crypt to tour it. And so Fernando, shout out, he secured those spots for us, and so we got to go on a tour. And in that tour, you get to see the tomb of St. Peter. And so that was like,
hello,
the tomb of the successor, and
the first one.
Yeah,
Jesus, like Jesus' best friend.
Yeah. Like the fisher of men. St.
You
Peter.
were like,
yeah, he was like right there. I mean, you can't go like directly in front of him, but you know,
you were in the presence.
We were in this, and I was telling Lauren earlier, I was like, there's very few moments where, you know, you have those moments where like you feel God's presence, right? Oh. But like when you walk in, like I literally felt like he was there,
like heaven on earth.
You know, like I felt like St. Peter was there. You know what I mean? Like you could feel like the presence of him, and it was
chills all over your body.
Yeah, it was just kind of awkward though, because it was a tour, so not everybody's Catholic, you know.
Boy.
So like, yeah, because like one of the guys next to me, like, because they were telling the story.
Them understanding the hype.
Yeah,
bro.
So that's what kind of like took away from the moment, because I'm over here like, bro, I'd like to sit and kneel, but like it's the way, like you'd have to see it, but it's like being in, what is it? I don't know, like there's like a dirt room, you know what I mean? It's not like
you couldn't kneel.
It's not like it's not like there's like a kneeler there, like,
then you couldn't
and
kneel
it's small
on the dirt,
and it's small. So and they're like, you gotta keep it moving, you know. So I stood there for like a second before like people left, like, and just like said my own prayer.
You're also not gonna kneel on ground on dirt with your dress on.
It would have been hard for me to get back. It's just really small in there, so it's kind of hard to.
Oh no.
And we're with a group, because they only let like 10 people together at a time, so so it's small. So that was
so
powerful.
Cool though.
Yeah, that was powerful. And then in St. Peter's too, you have we just saw, you know, you see a lot of, you know, saints, you see a lot of like tombs. Yeah. And so like they have like a row of all these popes who are buried in St. Peter's.
Hello.
So you Pope Benedict XVI saw his
JP2?
JP2 was upstairs. So he was in the main St. Peter's area. So I did get to sit in front of JP2. Prayed in front of him. That was another moment that was really powerful.
You saw Pope Francis already?
Yeah, I had seen Pope Francis. And then I got to go to adoration in St. Peter's. So just sitting there by yourself, which, I mean, not by yourself, there's other people, but
for sure.
It
feels like you're by yourself.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
It was very peaceful, you know, after all the chaos, you know, of the day, and just like, Jesus is like, awesome. Here, like, come spend a moment. Come spend a moment here.
I will say, when you came back, I felt the holiness off of you.
That's what other people said. I was like, bro. And my sister,
I was like trying to gravitate. I was like, please.
Everybody just trying to hug me. Yeah.
Okay.
So crazy.
You mentioned that you went to oh shoot, why am I blinking? Where we elect the Pope.
The Sistine Chapel.
Yeah. There we go. You got to go in there.
Mm-hmm.
Where this is the chapel.
Just like months ago.
Yeah, this is where this is the chapel where popes get elected, by the way. Okay, no photographs, no videos.
Yeah.
We're not gonna disclose what you did, but if you know, you know. How was that? Like, just being able to, like, because the original art of what's his name?
Yeah, Michelangelo.
Yeah, it was there in the roof.
Yeah, you know,
well, all over, no?
Yeah, and for people who don't know, it's the creation of man. Yeah. So there's God's finger reaching out to Adam's finger. And you've seen it. Google it.
It's the original.
It's the original.
I didn't know that.
when I didn't show her the picture.
We just saw like an example, you know.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wait, like, oh cool, like somebody, you know, copy and paste, and then David and Delila were like, no, like it was actually like that's where it came from. I was like, what?
And that's what I meant. It was cool seeing so many of like the originals of things, like, and even like just learning a little bit of history too. Like I didn't know like Michelangelo. I mean, obviously like I knew he painted that, but he was a sculptor. He wasn't even known for painting. And the Pope was like, wow. Bro, you're good. Like, paint this. And he's like, no, I don't really want to because I'm not a painter. I'm a sculptor. But he's like, but you're the Pope, so I mean, I guess. Right. And like the fact that that's not even his specialty is so crazy because it just like it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful work of art.
How many people were in this room? Like, was it? Were there?
Oh, it's
more
stacked.
people?
They like lets people go in and
okay.
in and in. Yeah, there's a lot of people in there.
Do you
Like,
see like the chairs and stuff?
I mean, you're on the sides and everything. They keep the middle very open so you can come in and go out. So you can stand there as long as you want.
Okay, no one's rushing you.
No, nobody's rushing you. You can look and then you go out. But yeah, that was pretty insane. That's pretty insane.
Are the steps that Jesus stepped on in Rome? Did you see that?
Yeah, I did see that. So I got to see it. So it's called the Scala Santa. I posted it on Instagram if you saw it.
I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Oh, that's crazy. Oh, well, okay, you're not allowed to take a video of the steps, and I did listen to that. I did not take a picture of it.
Why? Why is that not allowed?
It felt wrong, bro. Like,
what do you mean? No, but why?
oh, I don't know. There's a lot of places that just tell you, like, you can't.
Okay, I get it's a holy place. Don't get me wrong. If I wasn't like feet away from the steps that Jesus stepped on,
You're going to take a picture.
bro, we live in a generation where we can.
I
Best
know.
believe I want that memory forever.
It's hard to see the steps, though. So, to be fair, like, when you go in, so if you don't know what we're talking about, it's the steps that Jesus walked up to be judged, like, right by Pontius Pilate. And these stairs, I guess, were brought over to Rome.
From Israel.
So
Jerusalem?
so they were brought over to Rome. And so when you get in there, you have to, and I didn't get to do it because I was running late for something else. Like, if we were kind of squeezing
She said
that
priorities. She said, "I'm
not
gonna see the
not
steps
even, bro.
that Jesus
I
did."
did see them.
She said, "I gotta go to the next
I
stage."
I did.
She said, "Jesus, I knew these are the steps you walked up to get judged and ultimately sentenced to death.
I felt really bad.
But I gotta go.
I felt really
I gotta
bad,
go see something else."
But I did have to leave. But I did see them. But
She's like, they're just steps.
you're only allowed to crawl up them. You're not allowed to walk up them.
Ooh, that makes sense. I saw a video.
Mm-hmm.
Someone is taking videos. You see?
That's crazy.
But I did see the video that they were crawling,
You're not allowed to walk up them.
kneeling.
Yep.
Yep.
On your knees.
Dude, that's hard.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Oh, you tried?
No, but Fernando and Crystal told me that it was hard and that they almost tapped out. They almost
Wow.
tapped out. So best believe Jesus would have wanted that for me, okay?
I think Jesus would have wanted you to try at least one step.
He knew I
He
couldn't
said, "I did this
handle
for
it.
you, and you can't even do one step." Catholic guilt.
That is so crazy.
That's
dude.
Catholic guilt.
That's so
Don't do that.
crazy.
That's toxic.
That is toxic. No, yeah.
What was the next thing you had to go to?
I'm not gonna tell you.
No, tell me.
I'm not gonna tell you.
Tell us.
I'll tell you.
Tell the class. What did
I'm
you,
just gonna cut it out.
What is it?
Anyway, I had plans that I had to go to.
Where'd you go?
I went to have dinner with Gemma.
Dead. Gemma, if you're listening, you took Delilah's experience away from walking on
with
the stairs.
Taylor, Gemma and
I'm
the
just
row.
kidding. They had that plan probably.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
Respect. You got to see it. You just didn't live it.
I didn't. So yeah.
I'm
Anyway,
just giving her a hard time.
I know that
Out
was.
of all the holy things, that's the least thing. Not the least. Hold on.
Wow, that's crazy.
No. Okay. Cut.
Cut.
Insert music.
Anyway, but yeah, that was. And then the last kind of cool thing. It's kind of hard to talk about anything else after the canonizations. But the cool thing we went. I had went through the holy doors, right? We talked about that already.
You
huh?
only went through one.
I went through 4.
I know you didn't talk about the other 3.
Yeah, that's what happened. So I went through St. Mary Major, St. John Lateran, which was so beautiful because the statues were insanely like huge. It had when you walk in, it lines all the 12 apostles.
Wow.
But they're holding how they were crucified. Or how they died, sorry, how they were martyred. So there was like St. Bartholomew was like skinned alive. So he's literally holding his skin, which is so crazy. Obviously, St. Peter upside down, but they showed him with the keys. So he was special. So
They probably were like, this is too graphic.
Well, they had St. Andrew's cross and he was crucified with an X. An X. So yeah, that was awesome. We had mass there. We actually.
this?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
No
like that.
way.
And then the other one we went to, was probably one of my favorites, was St. Paul outside the walls. So outside the walls of like, the Rome or like, the Vatican, whatever.
Right, because I've been to the Vatican, so I know what that looks like.
So
She
we
said,
went,
right? Right.
We went to St. Paul outside the wall.
I'm just messing with you.
And that place was cool because it was so funny. Do you remember when the Pope was getting elected?
Yeah.
And there was conspiracies going around that the world was going to end soon because there's
The rapture.
because there's a church that has all the popes lined around the whole
Oh,
entire
yes.
church, and there's only 4 slots left.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it was that church. And guess how many slots were left?
How many?
Plenty. Okay, I couldn't even count them.
Liars.
All of them were lined around.
People just
the
like to
church.
create chaos.
I know, I hate
Like
them.
this
It's because
rapture.
there were 4 slots together that were empty, but there was more. I was
Girl,
like,
get the full picture.
honestly,
Ugh,
honestly.
liars.
But it was
Nice try,
it was
though.
so beautiful there. They had like a grotto before you
I can
enter
only
the church.
imagine. Wow.
Pillars every. It was very. If I had to make a church, that's what it.
I just need to go
Yeah, you do.
when it's chill though. Nothing big is going on.
No, and then you need to let the Pope bless you. You should go in your wedding dress. That's
Oh my
what they do.
gosh.
I totally
Yeah,
should.
we saw all the brides and stuff, but
So it's normal.
yeah, it is normal.
Okay, but
hmm Yeah, there was plenty of people, and you got to sit right up front. They were the hottest though because they're right up front. They had no shade, no nothing. But you gotta do what you gotta do.
do it during the winter.
Yeah,
There we go.
during the winter.
I'll do it next year. My 1-year anniversary.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, it's good to know there's a lot of slots open. Freaking liars. Come on.
Come on.
I didn't believe it, but still.
Yeah.
Why
So that's the
create
first thing I
chaos?
saw. I
Yeah.
was like, wow.
Don't believe conspiracy theories out there.
Please don't.
Okay, so you walked us through your canonization day.
Yeah, my canonization. What is it? I can't hear you. What did you say? It's okay. Say it out loud. The French. Lauren wants me to tell you a quick story.
Okay. Did I hear it already?
Oh, you did it.
That's a French lady.
Yeah, there was a French lady at the canonizations. So there was a lady the lady that was sitting next to me.
Okay.
She was speaking French. Okay.
Okay.
She kept hitting me with her umbrella because it's hot.
Uh,
And at some point, I started getting a little upset, you know? And so I had told her, excuse me, like once already, okay?
mhm.
She hit me again. She almost poked me in the eye with this umbrella.
Does she
So-
keep like putting it down?
It's
or,
just like, yeah, she
what?
just had it up. And I'm like, girl, put it down. People can't see.
Oh, I see.
And then, so she like, finally, I shoved the umbrella. I shoved it over. I
my
shoved it over with my hand because she almost poked me in the eye, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then, but then this lady, I don't think she picked up how frustrated I was with her. I think she thought we were buddies because then during mass, she showed up late, by the way, to the canonizations. So she gets there. She's sitting next to me. Well, not like late, but like she didn't come early like all
For
of us
sure.
did. She got her spot saved.
Ugh.
And so because she came late, she didn't have a mass booklet.
Mm.
She didn't have a missalette.
Okay.
So she full on reaches over into my space,
Stop.
puts her finger in my book, like asking, like basically, I didn't speak French, but like where we are in the mass. And,
What about
and
the
then
people next to her?
and then I just thought it was kind of funny at this point. I was like, you know what? We're in mass. We're at the canonizations. I'm in front of the Pope. I'm gonna be Christ-like to her.
Let me not act out in front of the Pope.
Let me behave.
In front of Papa.
So she's like, you know, and then I'm like, you know, going over the mass with her.
After you just pushed your umbrella?
After I just pushed
And
her.
she didn't say nothing?
No, but she was being like really nice. It was so weird because there was a
She
language
thought you were like
barrier.
laughing.
I think
Are you
so.
not French? I'm genuinely asking. Are French people like this? Like nice? Like they just think like
No, they're known for not being nice.
Oh really?
They're known for
Okay,
not.
if you're French, this
I'm
is
so
not to-
sorry, but that is the stereotype is that French people are mean.
Oof.
But she wasn't mean.
Okay,
You
obviously
know?
she
But
felt
she felt
comfortable to-
very comfortable. So throughout the whole mass, she kept we shared our book. We shared one book with each other.
She kept looking back though.
She kept
She was looking in
looking.
front of you?
She was sitting right next to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was on my right hand side.
Okay, that makes sense. I thought she was like like actively going behind.
No, bro, no.
I'd be like, dang, we used the people next to you. She said, no,
So
no
she
bubble
thought we were
space.
besties. She thought we were besties.
No personal space.
So I'm glad I didn't come off as rude though. Okay, I just wanted my
That's-
space.
You know, Delila, you encountered a lot of people that you were like this close to like.
I know, and I did. Yeah. Anyway, I won't out myself on how close I got to the Pope the first time because I got really close, and that
Came
was
with dedication.
that was not easy. That was
Again.
like, people were being rude,
Fend for yourself.
and I did fend for myself.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Exactly. And you did it charitably the first time.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
Anyway,
I
yeah,
get it.
that was the journey. That's what happened.
Wow, that's so cool, dude. I like live it through you, and like when you were posting pictures and videos, I was like, wow, the FOMO.
And I
is so
really
real.
did carry everybody in my heart. Like
It was felt. It definitely was felt. And when you came back, there was just like a big light within you, like it just full of joy
yeah,
and just peace.
yeah.
And
And I
like,
still feel that way.
yeah, you just came back like ready to receive. Like you weren't, you left one way, you came back different.
Honestly,
You did.
Yeah.
You really did. And I'm really glad you went, experienced it, and you got to encounter the Lord. And the Lord's been responding to you,
Yeah.
which has been crazy. Like to see
He has
outplay.
the Lord has answered prayers that I've been like
Yeah.
praying for a fat minute.
And
I will
bro,
disclose at a later date, but he's working.
Yeah. And it's like, a lot of us will probably sit here and be like, oh, so it took Rome? But probably a pilgrimage is what it took.
Yeah.
She didn't go on vacation.
No,
She took time.
we were praying. We took a lot of time. We were praying, going
Yeah.
to mass.
You were intentional about what you were going for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so if you're open, like, yeah, the Lord's gonna
That's
receive
beautiful.
that. And it has been tough. Jesus, no, I've been struggling lately, and I did definitely need that. And
That's
yeah,
beautiful. I actually love that for you. I was really excited for you when you were leaving. I was like, dang, I didn't even get to say bye to her. I was like, and I had like, but you were gone. I had FOMO, but I also like missed you. I was like, bro, I was like, where's Delila? Like, I'm by myself up in here right now. Because David was also gone. I was like, bro.
that always happens. We're always gone at the same time.
They like leave together and then don't even like, I stay here. And it's like, I'm going through like no, every time you guys leave together, I go through like the roughest week. I'm like,
tough.
it's okay though. But I know you were praying for me and I felt it.
It was.
And
It was.
yeah, if anyone wants to go to Rome, I guess hit up Delila. She has experience.
It's so
She'll tell
crazy.
you like all the things.
Yeah. Hot take though, the pizza the pizza and the
be
pasta.
careful what you're gonna
I know, bro. I'm gonna
say.
say it anyway, cause I'm a picky eater. The pizza and the pasta was alright. All right.
No,
I've
bro,
had-
because America makes it processed for us to like.
I love processed food.
No,
I love America.
America. It's supposed to probably taste natural, and we're not used to that. Organic.
I will tell you, my tummy felt fine the whole time.
Dude, I see people go to like different countries and they come back
Have a
skinny
Oh yeah.
because they're not eating processed foods.
Mm-hmm.
That's another conversation. So yeah, you probably didn't like it because it was organic, fresh, to the point where you're like, where's the processing in this?
I know. So I'm sorry if that upset any of you Italians out there.
They probably know you're tripping.
I am tripping. I acknowledge that. I have
They
a palate of like a
said,
13-year-old
"You
girl.
haven't
Yeah.
You haven't had real pasta. You go back
and
to
maybe-
America.
Maybe I went to Americanized places while I was out there
Mm.
because I tend to do that.
It's because you know your roots.
I know. So that's my fault too. But I will say the wine was great.
Okay, how about Spain's food?
I didn't like Spain's food.
Really?
No, because they had a lot of seafood and I hate seafood.
Really?
Ugh.
They're known for seafood?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, I thought they'd be never mind.
Yeah, you would think. Nah, their food is not spicy. They have no spice, no sauce,
No flavor?
no flavor.
Maybe that's why they're skinny.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're also not loud. I went to a concert when we were there.
Really?
Yeah, it was like kind of like a festival thing, and we're all like, me and the girls we were with, we're all Mexican, and we're like, like we're dancing, like being
Yeah.
loud because it's a concert, and people around us were staring at us like, and it was quiet. It was like, think of a quiet concert, but it's like a hype concert,
What?
but no one, like they're all quiet and they're like,
We're just not built for that
these
life.
Latinas. Well, they're also Latina, right?
They're-
These,
They're Latinos.
yeah,
Spaniards.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
Wait.
Hold on. People get offended
Hold
by
on,
that.
hold on. Yeah, go ahead. They're Hispanic. Lauren's explaining. Okay. They're not Latino.
Yeah. That's what I was like. Wait. I don't think they like to be considered Latinos.
Oh, they're okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. So they're like these Latinas. Yeah.
Yeah. You.
Okay, we were
yes,
right. We were
you
right.
Latinas,
Okay, okay.
but not them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were judging
They're like
us. They were
Hispanics.
judging us. Yeah. Anyway.
Spaniards.
But anyway. Yeah.
Right? I don't know. I'm Mexican. Just say I'm Mexican. Francis, you know? You know, Francis? How do you refer to a Spaniard? Hispanic or Spaniard? Españoles. Okay, Españoles.
She just said it in Spanish.
I don't know. That maybe they're like Españoles.
She literally just said it in Spanish. said nothing different, but in Spanish.
It just sounds better than calling them Latinos.
I literally can't with y'all.
I think a lot of them who are from Spain just went, what? I'm not
I'm
Latino.
sorry. I'm sorry, okay?
I'm not Latino.
That's like when we tell Panda that he's Mexican. He's like, I'm not Mexican.
he writes down. He writes down that he's Salvadorian.
He's
I'm like,
Salvadorian.
oh,
We're like, sorry. Sorry.
that's the unfiltered. Don't post this.
Okay, anyway.
Anyways. Okay. Well, that's a hot take because I'm shocked you didn't like their food. For you, just
It was okay. It's not that I was like disgusted. It just was.
But you said this is not American pizza.
I did like the Ziggy's pizza we had on Friday,
Ugh.
better.
I did not.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was really cool. I know you shared bits and pieces of it, but like getting to hear like the full thing was really cool.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it was really powerful. And that's not even all. Okay, the last thing that was really, really cool is that we went in looking for Pier Giorgio because we thought his body was somewhere because it was brought right to the Jubilee Youth that I was explaining.
Spaniards, yeah, there we go. Sorry, Francis
Yeah.
gave me the correct term. Spaniards. Thank you, Francis.
Españoles.
I want to be correct.
We
Españoles.
want to be politically correct. Long story
Love you
short,
guys.
Pier Giorgio was not there.
Ugh.
But we saw people walking behind the altar and we're like, let's also walk behind the altar because what's back there?
Because follow the crowd.
Yeah, well, also you got to follow the priest. There was a priest there.
Oh, follow the
And
collar.
you got to follow the collar. They know what they're doing. And lo and behold, guess whose body was there?
Shut up.
Catherine of Siena, doctor of the church. Catherine of Siena.
Hello.
Yeah. Who is also my sister's patron saint.
Oh,
I know. And so I had a little box
you took a
there
picture?
where you can write. Yes, I did take a picture. It didn't say no pictures. I did take a picture. And that was another moment I just had that was very emotional for me. Like I said, like asking the saints to pray for me became very real throughout
sure.
the whole trip. And so like you can write your petition. And so I was writing like for her and for myself and yeah, because my sister, that's her patron saint. But Catherine of Siena's quote is like, I don't want to butcher it. She's basically saying like, become who you are and you're going to set the world on fire.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she's known for. And, like we had mentioned before, she's the second doctor of the church I've gotten to see. There's out of 4 of them.
You don't understand how a flex is that. If you don't know what that is or why that's important, basically these people, these saints wrote important.
Or did something so dramatic.
Yeah, so
or did something
dramatic
so
that the
big for the church.
Recognized it and like qualified them basically to be.
Yeah, it's like a title.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a title they give.
You know, like
Yeah, you're a saint, but you're also a doctor of the church.
like someone going to receive their doctrine, their masters.
Sure, yeah.
Kind of like on that same level, not the same, but like you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
to give you like an honor, like
an
it's
honorable.
more than an
Yeah,
honorary
like-
title, but
like for the church to recognize you and give you a big title of.
yeah. For example, like St. Thomas Aquinas, St. Augustine, they've
Yeah.
written great works that have contributed greatly to the church,
Yeah.
to improve it, to make it better.
Our my patron saint, your girl, Saint
Mhm.
Teresa of Avila. I love her.
Doctor of the church. Yeah, so out of the 4, I've seen 2. So that was pretty iconic. That was pretty
Wait, who was the
crazy.
first one?
St. Teresa of Avila, because I saw her last year.
Oh yeah, bro. She's in Spain. I need to go to Spain.
Yeah. Yeah, she's in
Her
Spain.
heart, no.
Her heart.
She brought
Actually,
me
her
back.
whole body was there, I want to say.
Hello. Sorry, keep moving this.
She almost fell.
Hello, guys. I need to go
She
to.
was shook.
Who wants to fund my Spain trip?
Yeah. Drop it below. Leave a comment.
Who wants to help me go see my patron saint? I need a pilgrimage.
But yeah, that was the
last two.
Two of the 4 was like, oh, where's the other 2?
I know.
Where's the other 2 at?
2 of the ladies.
Yeah, one of them is
Because there's 4 ladies
there's 4 lady doctors
and
of
then
the church.
5.
No, there's a
A
lot
whole
of
bunch.
there's a
never
lot
mind.
of men.
Sorry.
There's plenty of
So
men.
there's barely any women up in here.
Yeah, we need more women too.
Who are the 2 ladies?
There's Saint Hildegard. She's a Benedictine.
Okay.
And then I always forget the last one. I think it's Saint Teresa Benedicta of the Cross. I want to say she's a Carmelite, or is it? I'm gonna Google it, bro. Oh, Therese of Lisieux.
Oh
That's-
yeah, duh.
That's why I always get confused. I get Therese of Lisieux and Saint Teresa Benedicta of the Cross
Saint
confused.
Teresa of Lisieux. Yes.
We should do a study on them. Honestly, my sister just
should.
bought a book.
We should do a book club.
We should.
We should.
I think we should do something like that.
We should.
That'd be cute.
Yes.
Queens. Let's keep this holy game rolling.
Well, are you ready to wrap it up?
I am.
Okay.
There was
So you got
much-
to get first hand of a Delilah's trip, and hopefully you felt like you were there with her. I know I did. But thank you so much for sharing
Thanks for asking.
your experience and just like, you know, being who you are
Thanks.
and taking a leap of faith
Yeah.
and just going with an intention to convert your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew something was going to happen out
Like
there.
you didn't go just because I need a vacation. Like no, you
No.
went with the intention of like I need more prayer.
Yeah.
You did a personal retreat.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
Into rum, and that's okay.
And
Sometimes we gotta go extreme. We gotta retreat.
you know, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if
So
you're there, you know.
no, yeah. Thank you for sharing, and I am definitely gonna re-listen to this episode again because
She was
love
living.
it.
She was living.
dude, you literally. But if you've gone to like any cool places, let us know.
Yeah, drop it in the comments.
I would love to. One day, my
yeah,
bucket list.
what are some holy sites we could visit in the future?
I really want to go to the Holy Land.
I love that for you.
Thank you.
I hope you get to go one day.
I hope so too. Anyways, we can close up in.
In prayer.
My gosh, in prayer. Yeah, sorry, I'm like.
It's okay. It's late.
It
It's
is
late,
10
guys.
o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock.
So,
Will you join me in the name
in
of the Father,
the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Lord, thank you for the gift of all the ways that we get to encounter you in the church. We thank you for, we just pray for Pope Leo and all the intentions that he has and that he carries. We pray that you help him to be the successor that you are calling him to be.
Mm-hmm.
We just pray that you pour out the graces that you desire for us in our hearts, wherever we're at in our life, whether we're struggling in our faith or we are riding a spiritual high in this moment, in this time of our lives, that whatever that we are doing and wherever state that we are in life, that we are all set to glorify you in everything that we do. And we just ask all the saints to intercede for us and to help us make each other holy. And we ask this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
In the name of the Father,
Father,
the
Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Amen. And we'll see you next time on
Dramatic Catholic.
Bye.
Bye, guys.